What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Cut the Crap. I'm your host, Christian, here with my main man, Rex and Steven. How's it going today, Steven?
Good, man, living the dream.
I hear that. Got your Lakers gear going. You know, I see you Lakering out. How you doing, Rex, with you're a trader all of a sudden wearing these Marlin hats?
It's in-season champion, in-season tournament, whatever.
In season tournament champion.
Hey, a hat's a hat. I wear whatever the fuck I want.
A hat's
all
not
right?
a hat, bro. You don't wear a Marlin.
I'm not loyal to anybody. I watch NFL Red Zone. I could barely tell you who plays basketball or baseball. I just know it's a nice hat. It looks clean. I said I'm gonna get it for aesthetic purposes.
Oh,
I'm an aesthetic purchase.
listen.
You'll be alright. You'll be alright, bro. It's okay.
It's
You'll
all right.
be alright.
I'll let you pass on that one. You know, it's cool.
Appreciate it.
How was everybody's Christmas? First and foremost, everybody had a good Christmas. Haven't talked to you guys in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did talk. Well, I talked to you. Yeah, we did. I did answer my phone. We talked about the Cowboys. You asked me if we them boys still, and I said, "Yup, we them boys."
Yo, bro, you gotta bet on the Cowboys next Monday.
I am. Who are they playing? We're all Washington. That's
they're
right.
They're playing Detroit.
No, they're playing Washington next week. The Commanders.
So when you guys play Detroit Monday night?
I think it's the week after.
I'm so dead. That's so funny.
Yo, right now, like the Vegas has Detroit favorite, which is wild because being at home automatically usually guarantees you 3 points.
Yeah.
There's 3 points towards the spread, and Detroit's favorite.
I gotta look at it. I'm pretty sure we're playing Washington coming up because I knew I was gonna go. I know Dak was gonna go crazy in that game, but we'll see what happens.
It's actually Saturday, December 30th. You guys are playing at 8:15 at home. Yo, Cowboys have been really good at home. This I swear to God, if I
I'll bet on
Cowboys
it.
and they fuck me, I'm gonna hate. No, you have the Hard Rock app.
Yeah, that's where I do all my bets. I got Hard Rock and Prize Pick. If you don't have Prize Pick, let me know. I can post the link down low. It's just over unders on players by itself. It'll tell you.
Sponsored,
bro. Not sponsored, but Prize Pick is where it's at, bro.
I'm gonna hit the Hard Rock on the happy hour. You know, they give you the little incentives and shit. I'm gonna bet on the Cowboys, bro, and I know. If they don't help me out, bro, I'm gonna hate them that
much more. I will send a word up to upper management and let them know we have to win.
Yeah,
Rex, how was your Christmas, bro?
Oh, my Christmas was good, man. No complaints. I got to see family. I'm happy with the gifts that I got, but not only that, like I'm really happy with the gifts that I've given, and I'm happy that
me too.
People that received them were really ecstatic, and I was really excited this year for that. I thought this year I did pretty good with getting gifts, so
yeah, that's awesome. Well, for me, it was amazing. Just like you said, one big Christmas gift that you guys see. I got my lights, so I can match Rex now in the background and Steven with their lights. So I got my light. I want to get a second one because I got one right here, and I want to put one over there because it's not bright enough, I feel like, to light the whole room. I want to get 2, but if you guys notice too, look, no boxes. They're all gone.
Finally moved in.
3 years.
They were all Christmas
finally
gifts.
moved in.
No, they were all Christmas.
Oh, they're Christmas gifts. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But
I thought you were still moving.
No, they're all Christmas gifts. But guys, also got me some Nike Gore-Tex sneakers. That are, Gore-Tex is a waterproof joint. And I jumped into a big pile of water today just to really test them out to see if it works. Just want to let you know they work. I wanted to see if they worked. I'm like, yo, you pay all this money for sneakers. If they don't work, I'm gonna send them shits back and be like, yo, they didn't work.
You go scuba diving with your iPhone?
Do I go scuba diving? Actually, I do when I'm in the pool. I do take my iPhone underwater.
Yeah, and then that shit act crazy for like 5 days, bro. I'm good.
It doesn't, bro. The iPhone is waterproof. It doesn't. That's why I do it.
Water resistant.
Yeah, you're right. Anyways, we're getting way off topic here. Today's topic, going into it, it has society become more selfish / soft. This is a very controversial topic going on right now.
That's two different. That's almost 2 different topics. So like
2 different topics in one.
/ soft.
Okay, so we'll start with
ice cream twist.
Let's start with go with selfish first. Let's start with just selfish.
We'll let our younger brethren take over this one before he calls us old people because we think certain ways.
Exactly.
Our mindsets are. He gonna be like, oh yeah, you already know how this is just a two against one right now.
At least y'all know you're old. Like,
listen, I'm not old, bro. Not old. Look. I only got 2 gray hairs now. I dyed the beard.
I seen y'all in the Land Before Time movie.
A little bit.
He's already on the Just for Men.
You dyeing the beard for him?
Yeah, bro. Look, just 2 gray beards. The
Dude,
two that already grew back
let
out.
Let that rock naturally, man.
How's your knees?
Actually, bro, I got knee ice packs because they do be hurting. But anyways, we'll start with Rex first, the younger generation, the baby. You can smell the breast milk still in his mouth. But has the world become more selfish?
I mean, if we're gonna say like overall, I say the world is already more of what it already is, in the sense of selfishness. Like, I personally feel like I haven't seen like an uppage in like people being selfish. I just find that like when you deal with like people in public, people are out for themselves. If you don't believe that, get your driver's license and drive on the road and just drive a mile or a kilometer, and you'll just notice that that people are pretty out for themselves. In that sense, but I do believe in like humanity, and like when the world needs to come together, that we still have those like faith in humanity moments, and I feel like they'll always be consistent and reoccurrent when we need them the most. But in a sense of spike and like selfishism, no, I haven't really personally haven't really seen much. I think it's been all the same, and just that these are the people that we deal with on our day-to-day basis.
Okay. All right. Good answer. Steven, do you want to go first on this? Second, I should say, on this?
Nah, go ahead. You're the creator of the topic, so I'm going to hear you.
Right? I appreciate it. I definitely feel like, I personally feel the world has become more selfish. I feel like people do things for the wrong reason. Excuse me. Like, perfect example, before, people feeding homeless or wanting to help out the homeless, they'll do it out the goodwill of their heart. Nowadays, you got these youngsters, that want to go out there and yes, they'll buy food for the homeless or they'll go grab something. But while they're doing it, what are they doing right after? Phone out, TikTok, YouTube. Look what I'm doing. Hey, I'm here feeding the homeless. Hey, I'm doing. They're doing it for the wrong reason, and I feel like that's selfish. Honestly, I feel that's just them trying to get more clout and more. We'll get to you. Don't worry.
No, I have a question to respond to that because I don't want to forget. But what if this person, because nowadays views translates. If you have the necessary amount of views and or listens, you get compensated. So what if them getting them views, is what funds them feeding more homeless people?
I don't know. I don't feel.
Are you generalizing? Because then, no, because it's like, are you generalizing? Because you have clout chasers for sure, but then you have like Mr. Beast.
Absolutely.
Right. So it's like Mr. Beast is doing that, right? Like where he's exactly what you say he is, but like he is genuine about it. He puts the money back into it. There's countless like people that say that he is who he says he is, and you can't be mad at that, right? So, but I do get what you're saying when it's coming to certain clout chasers, but those guys are like the crawfish of the social media factor, where they're gonna do literally anything and everything to garnish views. But if somebody's gonna win, and they might have to get a camera in the face sometimes, like the lesser of two evils, that person's still getting help, regardless if there was for someone has like a selfish intent. But I digress. Go on.
No. I mean, you do have the people out there that do it for good, and I'm not saying the whole world is. I'm just saying yeah, has the world become more selfish? I feel like there, because of social media and how popular it is, there is more people that are doing it for the cloud chase compared to how it was before. And there are some people, like you said, like Mr. Beast is a good example that he does it for the right reasons. And there are other people I've seen out there that do it for the right reasons too, and all that. But and like Steven said, they use that money that they gain to go right back into it. So it's really a double-edged sword on that end of it. It's really hard to tell though who does what and who's doing it for the right reasons unless you really know that person. Um, so that's just my thinking of it. Like I just feel like the stuff I see it honestly, it's mostly social media that made me really think of this topic, and it's just like I see it all the time. And I guess it's the algorithm. You start watching one, they're gonna send you multiples, right? They're gonna keep force feeding that into you. And it's just like, damn, bro, like, is the world really that becoming more and more selfish on stuff like that? And then that's not even that's just like one of the things. There's other things as well that the world is selfish in. Like you said, perfect example, driving. People are out there for themselves, and that they'll go out there and, they're driving down the road and somebody pulls in, or somebody's trying to pull into the highway, like, nah, I'm not letting you in. And I'm guilty of it too. I've done that a couple of times, and I'm just like, I think about it after, I'm like, damn, like, what does it really matter if they cut in front of me? Like, so what? Just let them go. But you got a lot of people that won't do it. So that's just my 2 cents on that. What do you think, Steven?
Yes. Literally. Say yes.
Yes. No reasonings
it's just
behind
evident. Literally. I mean, society. It's the way it's going. Yes. Yes, that's the best I got. I agree with everything that most of you said. Self-interest. I mean, how can we say? You should always. It's okay to be a little bit selfish sometimes. We need to say that because you should always have your best interest for you, because at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about you. You translate that. You hope your family cares about you. But work, we went through this last week. Your employee number. I gave you mine. You wanted to get read it off. You'll be replaced. Yeah, that's the best I got, man. I wish I could use
fine.
that paper, but just literally say it. Yeah.
No, definitely good answer. I mean, that's just, I think it really sums it up. I mean, unless Rex could somehow defend the youth and all that, besides like the point he brought up. Like Rex is speaking for you younger generation people listening here. This is your spokesperson. He's always defending you guys.
I got us, young bloods. I don't know. My whole thing is that, like, if you go to social media, you're kind of looking in the lion's mouth of like crap, right? Like, you want to have a bad day, go look at like a person of color's face comments on a Facebook short. You know what I mean? Like, social media, like, if you really want to trigger yourself, pick an app. Russian roulette it. You know what I mean? What do you want? You want X? You want Facebook? You want Instagram, Reddit? What else do we got going on here?
Snapchat, Instagram, I think so.
You know what I'm saying? Snapchat. Go on, Steven.
I know I'm gonna agree with that, because if you really want to see a cesspool of humanity, Christian, go to Wavy News 10 and go through the comments on anything that is racially, has anything to do with race. On Wavy News 10 in Hampton Roads. Hampton Roads is supposed to be one of the most progressive communities in America. Then you realize it, you go through the comments, you're like, yeah, no, the fuck is not. Bro,
right.
like,
And then back onto those comments, you look at the people that are commenting, they're your age. Like, your age. Right. And so the same thing about, like, oh, it's these people and they're doing this. It's like you're going on social media, and I know we're just speaking here, so I'm not really directing it to you, but towards the point is that if you're going on social media and then spouting saying it's younger generation stuff that's happening there, older people make it. The comments that you're like referring to would normally be placed onto them, but they're still asshole kids for sure, 100%. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants to be a keyboard warrior when they get behind their computer or their phone. They just say whatever, blase blase, right? And that's why I'm just saying that like it's no different. Social media just um puts on a big screen for you to see. Like I said, you want to go on Twitter, you want to go on Instagram, you want to go on X. It's all there, all shapes and sizes, all wonders of the world are the people that you walk across the street and see. They're on there talking reckless or also being selfish in person. You know what I mean? It's just whatever favors certain people. Now, don't get me wrong, there's not all people that are selfish and or are selfish, but I just say that you can't always just chalk it up to what you see and to the youth because they got to get it from somewhere. They've had to learn it from somewhere, and sometimes from my experience I've seen some pretty bad parents. So they're gonna have and I'm sure maybe for you, good example, but you go with certain people and they have kids, and now it's not your business by any means, but like just what you see right now, that they're not in the position to be a good parent from the decision making skills that you've seen, just from the way that they carry themselves. So now that they have a kid, and then now they instill those shitty qualities into them. Now, for sure, it's up to them to try to break the mold. Hold on, one more point. To break the mold, but you're basically kind of starting them with one hand behind their back when they have to now relearn all these kind of problematic behaviors. And then you have certain people who, when they parent them and they go on and then they don't believe that what they're doing is bad parenting because they were never taught or corrected different. So
Bro, you a real one,
yeah.
man. Why would you talk like that in front of Christians?
I don't
That
know what you're
man,
talking
that
about. I'm
man,
a
that
good
man,
parent.
legit, motherfucker. You want your kids to be Cowboys fans?
Fuck you. Fuck you. You know what? I hope you fucking choke on a chicken bone tonight. I really do. Choke on that bitch. Anyways, I actually like
Luckily
what
for
you
me, I
said
only
because you brought
boned it.
up a good point
Oh,
that just hit my
oh my
brain.
goodness.
Um,
Oh shit.
you okay?
No, yeah, I'm good. That's
Okay.
funny. It's
Oh,
because
okay.
it works. It works on so many levels, right? Like, yeah, now you want him to be Cowboy fan. It's just the line, just that
Whatever.
high level intelligence that us and our viewers and listeners are all about here.
Exactly, exactly. But it's funny you brought up parenting, and that's actually a perfect example of people being selfish. I actually know a couple parents that are super selfish, super selfish.
I'm
Like
telling you,
they'll buy
you can.
themselves clothes and sneakers before they buy their own kids clothes and sneakers, and that shit drives me.
Yeah,
That drives me crazy. I'm like, yo, like honestly, I'm a person, and everybody knows me. I only have one pair, well, two pairs now, thanks to Christmas. Two pair of sneakers now, but the one pair I had before that, I've had for almost 2.5 years. Like, I don't buy sneakers for me. I don't buy clothes for me unless it's gifted. Like, I buy for my kids and take care of my kids. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it drives me crazy when I see parents like that, or parents that want to go on a vacation or a trip, right? And they're just like, oh, we're gonna go ahead and leave you with such and such here, and then like not make sure their kids are good while they're gone. Make sure that the person watching them has money to feed them and all that stuff. Like they just leave all
Mhm.
the burden on that person. Like I do yearly trips with my wife for our anniversary. When I leave, my mom has about $750 to $1,000. Just hey, food, groceries already bought, extra food. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff all included into. You know what I mean? It's taken care
Mhm.
of.
Mhm.
And parenting on that drives me up the wall. And I'm glad you brought that up because that's a big thing right there. So then let's go to
Yeah.
part two real quick of this question. Has the world become more soft?
Excuse me.
And we'll start with Steven because he made that face. Steven, go ahead.
yes,
Steven be doing the one word answers yes. I mean, we
bro. That's what you're gonna get from me. Yes. Um. Yes.
how? Give me an example how it became more soft. Any example, just one.
Bro, really? I mean, I can't watch Looney Tunes anymore without offending somebody.
That's a good one.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of wrong things in there. I mean, but nobody had to tell me it was wrong. I knew, but like, it never occurred to me, that, just because I saw, somebody shoot off Daffy Duck's face doesn't mean I should do it in real life. Like the fact that you have to coddle people to be like, this is not okay anymore, and that's just,
yeah,
one of the many examples. Like
that's a perfect one. You know what? One that I hate. I hear this shit all the time, even from my mom. Mom, if you're listening, I love you, and I'm sorry, but I hate
it. You're about to get dragged.
You shouldn't be letting your kids play violent games. Like, why? Call of Duty? You think he's really gonna go out there and do some Rambo shit and jump behind somebody, stab them, shoot them? Like,
nah.
Like I
Call of Duty some first world ass shit. Let me just throw that out there. All these fucking, excuse me for black, for the soft people out there that don't like the R word being used, retarded ass fucking people that think Call of Duty and they act that shit in real life. Drop them motherfuckers off in Gaza or one of these warriors. See how Call of Duty they are. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Like, it's a game. I played Grand Theft Auto growing up, and you don't see me going out there robbing people, shooting people, all that stuff. Like, come on, man. It's just a game. It's a way for people to, the first generation or first world people to release steam, stress. You know what I mean? It's not.
Bro, Grand Theft Auto was therapeutic to me when I was growing up. Bro, Vice City had a dope ass soundtrack.
Yep.
Yeah, I would sit there with whoever I was. You could repeat missions just because you were pissed off, and maybe once or twice. I played Grand Theft Auto, and I envisioned when I shot somebody with somebody in real life that I'm not saying that I did, but I'm not denying it either. That was therapeutic, but it never occurred to me that go out and shoot a motherfucker because I did
exactly, bro. Never.
Sorry, I have a little bit more sense than that.
I feel like people think that common sense is. I mean, granted, common sense is not as common as it used to be.
It's not that common, like I tell you, bro.
There's certain things that are like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Rex, what do you think here? This world becoming too soft, or
it depends on. It depends on what you want to say. You know what I mean? It's the same thing about like the other context or the first topic, right? Where you say the world's soft, but or like you thinking the world can be soft, but like there's still like world hunger, kid wars, violence, all that stuff going on. Things that we're talking about is just media influence, right? And how and really what they're trying to do is, and I wouldn't say like I wholeheartedly agree, because I feel like it's that same kind of the same way I feel about um us, how we've grown up with like Caribbean or like island parents, and like I'm all for like building tough skin and going through as a human to learn and develop these things and learn from right or wrong. And to me, I think some of these precautionary steps that they take are a little much, but like but again, to the point, like, is the world soft? Like, I don't think so. I think there's certain things that we're trying to prevent and do, but like as a whole, we got two wars going on right now, from if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? We still got racism going on. We still got people that can't get jobs, can't, you know what I mean? Like, so to me again, it's like it depends on where we're trying to, pinpoint the target, right? So
okay. Go ahead, Steven.
So human nature. There's always going to be divisive factors. No matter what it is. Believe it or not, I don't want to get too political in this one, but even like, it's funny how America's supposed to be the land of the free, this, that, and the other, but then there's certain right wing people that they think, oh, we're all American, we're all one people, we shouldn't think that way. You know who wants that and who actually does that in their country? It's China. China separates ethnic groups. They do ethnic cleansings. Religion, there's no religion. They take away anything that can divide you as a society. Just to be Chinese. And if you don't, then obviously you don't read fucking books. But I love bringing that up to, when people start ranting about, oh, we're just all one, we need to get rid of all this shit. I'm like, oh, it sounds pretty commie to me, if you ask me. Read the fucking Communist Manifesto before you start ranting and labeling shit communist and or socialist. Like, these are beginning tactics to how totalitarian shit happens. But human nature is something that they'll always look for something. We can all be one skin color, one, whatever eventually, but eventually it'll come down to your uniform has 3 buttons, mine has 2. I'm better than you because I got to afford the extra button. It'll be some shit, bro. It's human nature.
Yeah.
Religion.
Quick on your Chinese thing, real quick. No, I want you to continue, but just I have a question, and I know I'm gonna forget. But didn't also China have a ban on how many kids you could have? Like at one point, they were only allowing you to have one boy, one girl.
One child. Yeah, they got rid of it.
They got rid of it though.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's things like that, right? Yeah, but it's things like that. It's
Japan.
They spoon feed you those little things. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but it's all propaganda. That's propaganda. Whatever. But Japan right now, they're having fertility issues that the youth don't want to have kids. Their birth rate is like decreasing like drastically. I know China had something going on with their
birth rate. I've heard. I know what you're talking about. I heard of that as well. But that's not even in China. That's across the world in general. They were saying, or at least the article I read, that the world's birth rate was down 7% as a world. That is huge.
Nobody can have kids right now. Anybody that's having kids, like anybody, I feel like that's having kids my age is one of 2 things: is either they're actually ready, or it is like they just slipped up, right?
You're never ready to have a kid, bro. Let me just put that out there. They don't come with a fucking instruction manual.
And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like when you're conceiving and actually like trying, trying to. Not like like when you got somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like let's be real, gentlemen. And people of the penis, right? When it comes to breeding, we or procreating, right? You know.
Exactly.
I'm not talking about like when it's all said and done after. I'm talking about when you're clapping the cheeks. Yes.
Go ahead, Steven.
Sir, since we're talking about generations being too soft, you just said men's with penises. Not all men's have penis. 2024.
I didn't say that actually. I said people of the penis. I said people of the play it back. I said people of the people. People of the penis. Yeah. Good try. Good try.
Males have penises.
So what you're saying
have vaginas.
That you don't have to be a man to have a penis.
No. Fuck that. We're cutting the crap right now. If you're a man, you have a penis. You were born with a penis. That means you're a male. I don't care what you feel like in the inside.
You sound like Mike Tyson saying penis.
You are a male. If you are a female, that means you were born with a vagina. You did not have a penis. That means you are a female. Nothing you could do can make you a male. Genetically, that's it. That's what it is. We're cutting the crap. Like, no, cut the bullshit. Go ahead, Steven.
Excluding medical reasonings. Remember, not all women have uteruses.
I didn't say uterus. I said vagina.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, not all women have uteruses.
Anyways,
barring medical things.
Can you say penis again? Because you sound like Mike Tyson.
You know what? So on this, that's the end of this episode. Please let us know what you think. First and second topic. First topic, of course, is the world becoming more selfish. And then second topic is the world becoming more soft as well. We'll love to hear from you guys like always. You can reach us at cutthecrap with 2 P's, 1 at gmail.com. So that's going to be CUTTHECRAPP1 at gmail.com. You can send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, whichever one you feel comfortable with. Feel free to reach us out there. Also, apologize for my dog going crazy in the background. I have in-laws in town with my sister's kids, and the dog goes crazy every time they're down here. I don't get it. So I apologize in advance. Also, one more thing, guys. I have been laxing this whole week on posting our videos. It will be starting again up next week for the TikTok videos, just because it was Christmas break. Kind of had a lot of stuff going on with the kids and all that. So that's the reason why. I apologize about that, fellas, for letting you down. But I will be back onto it 3 times a day again starting tomorrow. Any final words, fellas? Look at their faces. Sexy faces. Sexy faces. All right, guys. Listen, well, we appreciate your time. Like always, thank you so much for listening. Till next time. Peace.